All right, so little update on the Jeep 98 Jeep Cherokee I'm working on. It's not going well. I'm not gonna lie. I've already broke off that bolt, one of the U-bolts. There's two bolts back here. You got your main one for the spring, and then you got your upper one for the shackle. Those are loose. Putting a wrench on it, and I use that 6-foot cheater bar. Actually, it's 7 foot, 8 foot, something like that. It's a big old piece of pipe. It's the only thing that fit over the end of the wrench I had. And that's what it took to break this loose. Now my problem is it's turning the sleeve inside there and not letting it come out. So what I think I'm gonna have to do, as much as I don't want to, I'm gonna take all this loose from the back side. I'm just gonna use a grinder, and I'm just gonna cut the U-bolts because I got new ones with the new lift kit. And I'm just gonna cut the spring out of here and try to cut that off of there so I can get in there, and maybe I can start to get that sleeve worked loose. There's a slit all the way down the center of that sleeve that goes through the bushing. And I think if I was to get this all cut away, I could get in there and spread it open with a wedge and a chisel or whatever, you know, whatever you got, and be able to break it loose. But I don't think I can do it. What it was doing when I was unscrewing this is it was pushing this, the bracket itself, it was pushing it out. I was able to work it back that much, but it's still stuck on there. I can't get the bolt out, and I think I don't want to mess up the threads on the nut that's inside the frame. It's just a bolt. There's no nut on this side. It's inside there, inside the frame where you can't get to it. I'm tired of messing with it. I've been working on this for almost 2 hours, and I've had enough. So it's time to get the grinder out and start cutting stuff. Alright, so got it out. This thing was just rusted to it. I couldn't get it out without doing what I had to do. I had to cut the leaf spring out. I'm a little worried the threads are a little rounded off. I might have to do something about that. Hell, some of them are just tore up, man. Well, that's why you're having such a problem getting these out. It's just the rust that's in it all. Probably can't see. But what I was able to do, once I cut the spring out and I got the rubber, the bushing off of it, I was able to get a chisel, and I spread that open all the way down through there a little bit. When I went to take the shock off of there, I did break the bolts off. figure out how to get those out. Broke those two bolts off, and I also broke the bump stop bolts off. So far, I think I've broken 4 out of 7 bolts. So yeah, not a good record. Let me get this block out of here. I get this rear shackle off of here. Get that bushing out of there somehow. Who knows how old this is? Ow, I just hit my head. It's actually got rusted holes. Yeah. So that shock's been on there forever. And that's where the bolts broke off, is up at the top. That's what mounts to the body. Okay, so the same thing happened on the other side, on the back end where the shackle was. Look at all that. I'm probably gonna wire brush this, try to put some paint on it. The bolt was rusted to this. Bolt was rusted in the sleeve here. Found the edge, sat here, and I drove a wedge into it and spread it open. And then I was able to hammer it on out of there. I'll wire brush all these nuts and bolts and everything. I still got to get this one out without damaging the shackle, because we got to reuse this. They have this metal sleeve that's slid down inside around the bushing on these, and you have to get that out too, because the new bushings are made to fit without the sleeve in it. I've had to do it on every time I replace bushings on a vehicle, pickup trucks, everything, they have to get that metal piece taken out too. That's not a lot of fun. Air chisel or something usually helps you destroy it and get it out. But I don't know. I'm gonna get that out of there. Okay. Got it out. This is what came out of it. It's just a sleeve that was inside of there. Metal sleeve with the rubber bushing inside of it. Okay, I'm gonna show you how to put these bushings into the leaf springs. I hope you guys can hear me. I got the fan going. It's kind of hot out. But they didn't send this with the kit. I had to buy. I have some of this on my own from past suspension stuff that I've done. It's just an assembly kind of grease loop kind of thing. But if you don't put this in here, you will start to have squeaks, and nobody likes squeaks on a vehicle. So. get this apart. Hours. It took me an hour. You saw me. I had to cut it to get it loose. Good morning. It's been a while since I've done any recording on this. I had to take a break from it. Had another project come up, but we finally got this leaf spring in. We got the U-bolt, the correct U-bolts for it. When you order the zone kit, make sure you measure your axle. The guy that ordered this accidentally ordered 2 3/4 inch rear end, and this is the Dana 3-inch rear end. So the U-bolts that came with it didn't work. I had to go order those. I think you got them at O'Reilly's. Yeah, I went and got them at O'Reilly's. But make sure you measure your differential when you make your order. There is a difference in it. You don't want to have to go spend more money than what you've already done on the kit. So, yeah, got this side all in. Came over here yesterday, got the old spring out. I actually got the bolts out of this side. Didn't have to do very much cutting. Had to do a little bit, but they all came out good. So, as good as can be expected anyway. For a 22-year-old vehicle, it's never been taken apart. I did have an issue. All 4 of my bolts for my shock broke off. Both sides. The 2 on this side, the 2 on top on this side, and 2 on the other side. They all just, within a quarter of a turn, they just snapped. And so I ended up drilling them out and tapping them with a 5/16 bolt. I got that done. That actually took a little while. It's hard to drill upside down. Your arms get tired a lot. So anyway, that's where we're at. Just gotta finish putting the bushings in. I'd say these are all covered in rust. I put a coat of paint on all the brackets and bolt heads and everything. Nuts, everything. Put a coat of paint on it, make it look better. You know, wire brush, got the rust off of it and painted them. So I think we're about ready to put this side back together.